Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Kate's Creative Space. I'm Kate, and in today's video, we are talking about my January month in review. So January was actually a really productive month for me. I have two big finishes to show you guys, starting with this beauty right here. This is Christmas Witch by Marigona Sully. I was so excited to be finished with this one and have it be my first finish of 2026. I started it last year, put it on pause for a while, and then came back to it full force in January and was really excited to complete it. So I'll start at the top here and pan it over while I give you guys some stats. This is my, like I said, my first finish of 2026, but my 34th diamond painting completion and my 24th finish from Diamond Art Club, which is kind of cool. I ordered this kit July 9th of 2025. They did a Christmas, Diamond Art Club being they, did a Christmas in July release. This was included in it. I ordered this kit then. I started it on November 2nd of 2025. I took about a month break in the month of December to work on Christmas Candy Box, where this one just kind of sat. I was supposed to alternate between the two, and that did not happen. But then I picked it up again. I want to say maybe the last week or last like 10 days of December, and finished it on January 21st of 2026. This has 35 colors. 1, 2, 3 of them were ABs and 5 of them were fairy dust. And then we had a special drill in there called a quad cube. The quad cube is right up here. It is 4 of the spaces of one little drill, so it takes up the space of 4 spots of little drill. And they did that for like little string lights up here. I loved placing the quad cube. This was actually my first time using a quad cube and I loved it. The only thing I'll say is that like I can feel it like they stick out further, so when you run your hand over the kit it almost feels like you have a bunch of drills that aren't placed down all the way, but they're just quad cubes. So my overall thoughts about this one, I'm not going to go super in depth because I do have a post review on my channel. I will have that linked down below. My overall thoughts about this kit, I just absolutely had a blast with it. It is such a mocher of a project, but it was so fun to do because there was something being revealed in every single square that I did. At one point, I kind of just took over the tree for the last like couple weeks of December that I worked on this, and then I left all this for January. So January was more snow filled, whereas the last couple weeks of December I kind of had the Christmas tree to work on. I enjoyed every single minute of this kit, with the exception of like getting a little antsy at the end to be done, just because it is such a big project and I did have it going for so long. But there was just something fun in every piece of it. Like the cat was so fun to work on. The treats over here were a blast. There was a ton of line blocking in this kit, which made it go by really fast and really fun. I really had a lot of fun with the presents and just all the little details. I did save her face for my very last square and really enjoyed doing that one last. I do like to save like a face or something special as the focal point for the last piece of the kit. So I did do that, and her face was framed perfectly in the perforated cover. I can never think of the name of that. In the perforated cover, so it was like a no-brainer that I had to. These guys are also framed perfectly in a cover sheet in the perforations, and so I did them all in one square, and I loved doing that. They were so fun to do. I really had a lot of fun with the bookshelves up here in particular, with all the little knickknacks and books and snow globes and things on there, and these pictures on the wall. This was like my last row up here, so it was a lot of fun to have something so fun to work on at the very end, which was all these cute little frames and all these little scenes and stuff that were included in it. So here is the whole thing in frame, just because I'm never going to be able to get the whole thing in frame for you guys. But I highly recommend this kit. The 35 colors, I thought it was going to burn me out a lot more than it did, and it really didn't. I kind of got a little done at the end, but I don't know if that was the colors or just the fact that Christmas was over. I was ready to move on. I was ready to move to other projects. So, but yeah, I thought that the 35 colors was really going to take me out, but it didn't, just because I used them in so many different ways that it didn't feel like 35 colors. It really didn't. So overall, very positive experience. I had no issues with drill quality, and I had very, very minor glue issues, just a little bit of slipping here and there, nothing that frustrated me too bad. So overall, my experience with this kit was like a 9 out of 10, I would say. So much fun to work on, and it was my very first Marigold Usuli. I do have most of the rest of her room scenes, so I don't know if I'm going to work on any of them anytime soon, with the plans that I have for this year being like refreshing my older kits in my stash, but I do plan on working on another Marigold Usuli very, hopefully like next year. There's like winter scenes, and she's got summer scenes, and she's got a really cute greenhouse spring scene, so definitely not my last Marigold Usuli. The experience with this one was just fantastic. And the only other thing I'll note, like I said, if you want a really in-depth review of this kit, go check out the post review for sure, because I show you the special drills and everything, talk a little bit more about it. But this one did have a mix of the 20 facets and the new 15 facets. I'd say primarily it was made up of older drills, but I did have a couple examples where the newer drills, like in the browns here, there's newer drills in this color and newer drill in the same color like in this hot cocoa steam. So texturally, when you run your hands over this kit, they feel different because the newer drills have a flat top and the older drills have a more pyramid top to them. I think over time they're all going to move to the new faceted drills, but this was my first time coming across a mix of old and new drills together, so I thought it was noteworthy and just interesting how they're doing it, because everyone always talks about the new facets and the old facets, and it all goes way over my head until I put the drills on the canvas and physically saw it myself. So definitely noteworthy on that. I really enjoyed this project, guys, and it was a fun one to start the year off with / end last year with. So I'm going to set this one aside and get out my next one. Okay, this is my second finish. You know what I think I just realized? I don't think I told you guys the size of Christmas Witch. I kept saying it's a big kit, but I never told you the size. So it was 27.6 by 39 inches or 69.9 by 98.8 centimeters. So sorry about that. I think I just realized that. But anyways, this here is my second finish of the year. This is Yule. You guys, I will never be able to pull off finishing 2 big Mocher kits like this in the same month ever again. And if it weren't for the fact that I did most of Christmas Witch last month, well, I didn't even do most of it. I had a good chunk of it left to do, but I don't know how I got both these kits done is basically what I'm trying to say. Yule is a very special kit because it is, number one, a Wilhelmina kit. There is a series of Wilhelmina art from Miss Holly with this girl here. This is Wilhelmina. And there's quite a few of them that Diamond Art Club has released with this character and her little dog. I'll put the collage up here of the ones that have been released so far. I love the Wilhelmina series, and even though some of them look really similar, I still want, I collected them all, and I'm going to do them all, and I love them all. Yule is, unfortunately, it's archived. You can't get your hands on it, I think, because they have a couple that are so similar to it. But it is one of the only ones that is round besides the Love Potion, which, funnily enough, I've also completed. All the other ones I think are square, but this is the first kit for 2026 that was part of my Refresh My Stash challenge. Last year was really itching to work on some of my older kits, just thinking that their quality is not as good as the newer kits, and just a ton of reasons why I wanted to get working on those older ones before they lose their appeal to me. Just with so many different upgrades and quality improvements, and just the fact that I don't want them to get too old in my stash. So and then Lizette from Lizette Crafts and Tells posted that challenge of the Refresher Stash Challenge. She's the one who named it. And I was like, oh, I was already along those lines. Like, I am in. So this is my first kit from the Refresher Stash Challenge. I did film a video last year. I'll have it linked down below, of the 10 must-do kits in 2026. And 9 of those 10 kits are older kits from the Refresher Stash Challenge mindset. And this was the first one that I was planning to do in January, and I am so thrilled that I actually got it finished in January. So I'll do a little pan over while I talk stats with you. This one's round drills, 22 by 31 inches or 55.8 centimeters by 78.7 centimeters. And it's called Yule by Miss Holly. It is my 35th all-time finish, my second finish of 2026, and my 25th Diamond Art Club completion. I purchased this kit on May 21st of 2024. I started it on January 2nd of 2026 and I finished it on January 31st of 2026. This kit had 44 colors, 4 of them were ABs and 2 of them were fairy dust. Interestingly enough, in the Refresh My Stash Challenge, I'm learning this kit did not have the perforated cover. It was too old for a perforated cover. So it had the older sticker sheet, it had the older toolkit, and it did not have a perforated cover, but it was new enough that it did have fairy dust drills, which I was pleasantly surprised with. For some reason, I thought the perforated cover came out before fairy dust drills, but that's not right because this one had fairy dust. So I was very surprised to have fairy dust drills in this kit and excited because they fit in this kit so well. I did notice this has the unofficial looser grid field. I think back around 2025 is when people started noticing that the round drill grid field from Diamond Art Club tightened. And now Diamond Art Club's never confirmed that. They in fact have said that they didn't tighten their grid field, but every single person that I know who's ever worked on an older and a newer round grid field has noticed the difference. And coming off of just working on Christmas Candy Box, I definitely noticed the difference. Christmas Candy Box was a brand new Diamond Art Club round drill, and I was obsessed with that kit, and I didn't think that the drill field had anything to do with it at the time. I single place all my round drill kits, so multi-placing isn't an issue for me. But when I came to working on this so soon after that one, I was like, oh yeah, maybe the grid field did have something to do with why I loved doing that kit so much, because this one was very loose and not very loose. I shouldn't say very loose. There's no gapping or anything. There's no big issues with it. It's still an amazing grid field. It's just the new grid field's better. Like, I just don't know how else to put it. This is still, there's no big gapping, there's no issues or anything like that. So it's not like, oh, all the old ones are awful. No, it was still very, very good grid field, like no big gaps or anything like that, but definitely noticeable. So I found that really interesting. Like I said, I started this on January 2nd and finished it on the 31st. And that is with a good week and a half in there of really honing in on Christmas Witch and ignoring this kit. So I'm really proud that I got it done in January. I at some point in the month of January, I counted up, this one had 30 sections. I used release paper on it instead of, because I didn't have a perforated cover, and I actually, this is my first kit I've ever used release paper with, and I totally fell in love with using release paper. I counted 30 release paper sections, and then I counted up how many sections I had left on Christmas Witch, and I was like, if I do 2 sections a day, I can get both these kits done in January. And that was all the motivation I needed. My housework got a little neglected this last couple weeks to get this done. And I calculated that I'd have it done by January 30th, and it gave me 1 day of grace period, which I needed on the last day on January 30th. I did not get my sections done. I was able to get them done on the 31st. So I finished this kit on January 31st. I got it done. I was so proud of myself. This kit is going to have a full review on my channel probably in the next couple days. My videos have been a little wonky. I have very sick kids here, and so that's why I didn't post that much last week, and that's why this week might be a little funny. I don't think I'm going to have a vlog up this week just with so much going on, but I am going to have a full review of this kit up, which I'm really excited about, because in my full reviews, I'll take it, I'll unbox it, you'll see it with no drills on it, you'll see the drill train, you'll see the process of me working on this, and then I'll do the post review at the end. So it's really rare that you guys are seeing this kit like this now without seeing the full review. The timing of it just worked out that she got included in my month review, so I'm really excited about that. I love the full reviews. I think that they give you a really comprehensive look of like my in the moment feelings of working on this kit, and I'm excited that I'm doing that moving forward. So all right, I'll stop yapping about Yule. This was my second finish of January. So I have a couple whips to show you. None of them are big canvases though, so let me explain that. Okay, I finished all my canvases, so I have no big project started right now. I have a project kitted up and ready to start today if I get to it today or tomorrow, but other than that, I have no big whips to show you, but I do have a couple smaller whips to show you. The first one is the Winter Mini Dazzle series. Now, I started this for a video that I posted in January, comparing 2 different types of drill storage. I kitted this one up in Tray Bricks. I kitted this one up in Tray Bricks, and I kitted up the other one I'm going to show you in like, I think it's called Red 2. It's just an Amazon container drill storage system. So I'll have that linked down below too. I'll have a lot of videos linked down below, but if also you just want to click on my channel and scroll down, you can see all the ones I posted in January. So in that video, I worked on the snowman and had a lot of fun with it. And then yesterday, after I finished Yule, I got these two done as well. My goal for February will be to finish this, but we'll come back to that. So I'm halfway done with this. I have the snowman done. I have the Christmas mittens done. Winter mittens. I have the mistletoe. Or is that holly? Maybe it's just holly leaf. I think it's just holly leaf done. And then that leaves these three that I'll probably get knocked out in the next couple days, to be totally honest with you. Mostly because I want my Tray Bricks to kit up another project that I'm going to be working on in February. So I have those that I need to finish. And then this was the other kit that the other mini dazzles that I worked on for that comparison project. This one I kitted up in the Red 2 system. It is the Castles mini dazzle set. And I've only finished 1.5 of these. Honestly, I was excited to work on them, and I started working on them, and then I did the video that I needed to do for it. And then I was like, I gotta set these aside because I cannot work on these if I'm gonna get Yule and Christmas Witch done in January. I just didn't have the time to do it. So now that it's February and I'm like not on, it wasn't anybody else's time crunch but my own of just wanting personally to get Yule done in January. But now that I don't have that pressure to get Yule done, I can pause and finish up probably both of these sets of mini dazzles next month. But yeah, so I have 4.5 of these ones, the castle ones, to go. I was focusing on winter yesterday because, like I said, I really want the Tray Bricks to kit up a second project, which I'll show you in just a second. The only other whip I have, you're going to see quite often on this channel because, you guys, I found a new monthly project, and that is the Mini Dazzle Birthstone set. This came out just a couple weeks ago, and when it first came out, I was like, oh, I'm not really interested in that. And then my friend texted me, and she said that would make a great monthly, like yearly project. And I was like, why did I not think of that? And then I couldn't get it out of my head. And so I ended up purchasing it for a new monthly project. If you'll see, I got really lazy and only kitted up the ones that I needed for January. The rest of the project is not kitted up yet. I just took out the stickers for my first one and kitted those ones up. And I might do that the whole year, to be honest with you, which isn't my normal style, but it might be what happens. I in order to get it done in January, which was yesterday, I had to, I got lazy about kitting it up. But here's the first one. It is garnet. My brain does not know. I think it's garnet, right? It's not garnet. It's garnet. My brain cannot let me pronounce that word for some reason. But this is January's birthstone, and it is super gorgeous. And I am so excited to work on the rest of these throughout the year. So last year I did the months of the year mini dazzles. So they had a January, February, etc. And this year I'm just going to do the coordinating birthstone to each month. So I did garnet, and then I don't even know what is February's birthstone. I don't even know. I'll pop it up here if I look it up. But yeah, I'll be excited to work on the February one. So I'll probably in the first week of February work on the mini dazzle for this one, and then wrap up those other two mini dazzle sets. I don't want to go in, I don't want to get too overzealous with kitting up mini dazzles and not finishing them, just because they're small projects. There's no need to leave them hanging for that long in my mind. But I do have another new monthly project, and I'm so excited. So in December, this will be a completion. I'm not counting it as a completion until the month of December. It will be just a whip that I take with me throughout the whole year. Hopefully it'll be the only whip that takes me a whole year to work on, but you never know. Anyways, here we go. We got my new monthly project. There's a couple other people who suggested monthly projects. One in particular was from Forever Young, and I really want to do that, but I didn't want to place a whole big order just for the monthly project, So if I ever do purchase from them, I will probably get that, and maybe that can be next year's yearly project. For now, I was purchasing from Diamond Art Club. They were in stock. I put them in my cart and I had a yearly project. So that's kind of how easy I needed it to be. How easy I needed it to be this year. So, okay, let's talk about my WIPs going into, or like my plans going into February, because I showed you my WIPs. I showed you my completions. Now let's just talk about kind of my plans. So I have no kits going right now, which is crazy to me. I finished Yule yesterday and have no kits going. So this will be my first kit. It is already kitted up. It is ready for me to just get started on. I already have a wash sheet. I've started filming the full review for this. So I pulled it out, unboxed it, did a drill train, looked at it all, mapped out what I wanted to do with it. This is Little Baker by Miss Holly. When I filmed my January, February, March plans for the year video, I realized that I had two Miss Hollies, because Yule is by Miss Holly and Little Baker is by Miss Holly. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do two Miss Holly kits. But in the end, it won out. I wanted to do this one last year in February for Valentine's Day kind of colors. I thought it'd be cutesy. And I instead did Cozy Cabin. So now coming back to this, I'm like, no, I really, really want to work on this. I thought about it all year last year. And it's an older kit, so it works perfectly for the Refresh Your Stash Challenge. It is on my 10 kits in 2026, and I'm just so excited to get started on her. I've been thinking about her. So this one's going to be so much fun. There is a lot of color blocking in this, so I think it will go a little bit quicker, because I am planning to 4-place it. That's about as extensive as I get with my multi-placing. I have not graduated from a 4-placer yet, but I think I will have to 4-place these big chunks of color blocking, just because I will probably not like the project if I had to single place all that. But I am especially just so excited for all the food, the cupcakes, and the yummy dessert treats. I have a sweet tooth for sure, so this kit is right up my alley. It has 84 colors, which is going to be a feat for sure, but I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to get this one finished in February the way I did for Yule. It was a fun challenge to try to get those 2 kits done in January. I'm glad that I did it, but I don't want to do that all year long, or I will burn myself out on diamond painting. So I'm going to continue to, I'm going to kit her up, and as long as she takes, she takes. But this one is going to be like my focus project of February for sure. I'll be working on this one the most. So Little Baker is one of my planned WIPs. My second WIP that I'm planning on working on is this one here. It is called Crystal Lake Cabin by Dominic Davidson. This kit here, I just filmed a video for and had put up last week about. This is a kit that I worked on in 2024. So I actually started working on this in 2024, only for like less than a week or so, before I ended up putting it on hold, and I am ready to come back to it. So this is going to be it's more of a longer term project. I have a whole video explaining my thoughts behind this one and how I'm going to make it fun and different things like that. If you're interested in hearing more about this kit, check out that one for sure. But it'll be a longer term WIP. I'm not going to be focusing on it hardcore. It's going to be a project where I do a section here or there, just to make some progress on it and get it finished in this year for sure. But as far as like February plans, definitely hoping to get a little bit of it done. You'll see it again in my February month in review probably, and we'll see how much progress I make. That one's just kind of up in the air though. And then 2 other things I'm planning on doing in February. I'm biting off a lot in February, but I'm okay with that. I know I'm not going to get any of it done. I'll probably get nothing done in February. I'll just start a whole bunch of things, and I'm okay with that. That's kind of where I want to be right now in my diamond painting journey. I've finished one kit. I finished everything up going into the new year. I have everything done, all my loose ends wrapped up, and now I'm just like in the mood to start a bunch of things. So this next one that I'm going to start is the Fairy Tales Mini Dazzle set. I'm hoping to start and finish this one in February, because Kate from Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper and Katie from Diamonds and Washi are hosting the Fairy Tale and Folklore event in February. And while I don't have it a plan to work on a big giant fairy tale or folklore kit, I thought that the fairy tale mini dazzles would be the perfect way to participate in that event and support some awesome ladies who are hosting this event and get a cool fairy tale kit done. So I'm glad I have this one in my stash that I can work on for February so I can still be part of that event, even though I don't have like a big giant kit. I think this one will still be a really great way to participate in that event. So I'm working on those mini dazzles as well. And then the last kit I'm working on is Magic Arcades by Miss Holly. And if you guys haven't noticed the theme yet, I guess the theme for 2026 is Miss Holly. I didn't intend to work on 3 Miss Holly kits right out of the gate of 2026, but my friend Courtney and I from Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, we are going to work on this kit as like a buddy kit. So she has a copy of this kit and I have a copy of it. I got it as a restock and she got it when it first released. So we are going to put the old grid, new grid experiment to the test since it's a round drill kit. I'm working on my restock because it was restocked when the grid field is supposedly tighter, and hers she got when the grid field was supposedly looser. So we're gonna compare and see if like restocked kits have that tighter grid field that we're experiencing, and just kind of compare thoughts and work on it together. So I'm really excited. This is one that qualifies for Courtney's Year of Woodland Creatures, and we both have it. So when we were talking about working on it, we were like, hey, let's just work on it together. And I think that's going to be so much fun. I've never diamond painted a kit with a friend. And although I've never met Courtney personally, I consider her a good friend of mine. And I'm really excited to kind of work on this together. I think it'll be fun. This is not part of my Refresh Your Stash challenge or anything like that. It's just something I want to do with a friend of mine. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with taking little breaks from... I have 2 kits. I'm already into February. I'm on my 2nd kit. I'm okay with taking a break and working on this. And technically, Crystal Lake Cabin is not part of my Refresh Your Stash, like the 10 kits that I posted for it. But this one definitely counts because it's the oldest kit I own. It is without a doubt the oldest kit I own. I bought this kit before I even ever diamond painted. I found it on clearance at Hobby Lobby and thought that looks fun, and I bought it. So it's the oldest kit I own for sure. So it will qualify as well. So the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is my diamond painting bingo sheet. I wanted to update it with you guys. This is my older copy where I have finished a kit that has a building in it 3 times by accident. I know I updated it, but when I clicked on the link in the YouTube video where I updated it, it pulled up blank. So I'm going to figure that out for you guys and make sure I have a link to my bingo card on this video here so that if anybody's interested in getting it, you can. I think I still have it in Canva. I'm hoping. I don't know what happened to the link. It's like when I pulled it up, it was empty. But I will say, I'll try again to make sure everybody who wants to be able to have access to it has access to it. I don't remember what I put in these 2 squares, so I need to print off a new one for myself as well. But we're going to go ahead and update it. Let's see. None of the kits that I have finished yet have had a fish or 80 plus colors, but Yule had snow. So I'm just going to do an X here. I have these cute little diamond stickers that I'm going to mark off my bingo sheet with, but I'm going to reprint this with these 2 updated. I'm going to reprint it out, and then on that one, I'll put my cute diamond stickers on. So right now I'm just going to use a pen. Let's see. The same letter is not done yet. I do have a kit that has a person in it. That's Yule as well. No pumpkins. I think Christmas Witch had a book in it. I don't know how much I want to count Christmas Witch though, because I started her, and I know that all of these say finished, but I started her last year. So, but technically she does have a book and she has a cat. So both of these kits did have 310 though, and Christmas Witch had quad cube. So I'm still, let me know down in the comments below. Do you think I should count Christmas Witch on my bingo card? Because my goal is to black out this bingo card and then maybe even mid-year through start a new one or start a second one. But let me know if you think that Christmas Witch should count or not. All these do say finish. They don't say start and finish. They say just finish. So it would count for a lot of squares. So let me know down in the comments below. Do we think I should be including Christmas Witch? And do we think that I should just have 1 box checked off per kit? Like there's no way I'd get this amount of kits done. That's why I was doing more than 1. I'm not sure. Let me know down below. We got to fine tune this bingo thing before the year gets in any deeper. Let me know how you guys are doing it or what you think I should do. Because there's no building and I don't think there's any birds. Technically Christmas Witch has an owl. I don't have a landscape done. I don't think either of them have any jewelry. This one does have a lot of candles though, so I can cross it off there. No ghost, no cake, but Little Baker's ready for the cake kit. Yeah, and then I gotta figure out what these two were. No body of water, no electro or iridescent. I had quad cubes though. 13 inches or less, no. And then technically Yule is in my Wilhelmina series, so I could do that one as well. So, all right, for February, I will have all of this perfected to how I want it to be. So the other two things that I am tracking for 2026 that I wanted to update you guys on is how many days I diamond painted in 2026. So far, I have diamond painted every single day in the new year. I'm not making myself count like a full section. I'm just saying as long as I did some kind of diamond painting, whether it be a mini dazzle or half a section or started something, as long as I put drills down on a canvas, I'm counting that as I diamond painted for that day. And I diamond painted every single day in January. I don't expect that to keep up, but my determination to get this kit done in January is what contributed to that 100%. The other thing I'm going to track this year is how many drills I diamond painted in general. My goal is to do 1 million drills this year, and I don't know how likely that is because I've never counted my drills before, so I don't even know where I was at last year to guess to see how many I would be at this year. But same thing, I don't know if I should count Christmas Witch, but I'm leaning towards I'm going to count it because everybody who I've ever seen count their diamonds, like how many drills they put down, don't count it until the end. So they have like rollover projects where they placed half the drills one year, but they don't count it until the end. So I'm leaning towards counting Christmas Witch as a full number of completed because I wouldn't have put it in last year's. Let's say I had counted drills last year, I wouldn't have put Christmas Witch in that total because I didn't finish it. So that's why I'm putting it in here. Christmas Witch had 111,557 and Yule had 55,919, making my January total of drills put down 167,476. So well on track to putting 1 million drills down, but it's a long year and I don't anticipate every month looking like that by any means. I had a lot of downtime this month. It's been cold. It's been snowy. I had a lot of days home with my kids where we weren't feeling great. Yesterday, for example, I diamond painted a ton because all my kids have fevers and they're all sleeping right now. So, now, am I fully expecting to get a fever tomorrow and be down for a few days and get nothing done? Yes, totally. So we'll just have to see where February takes me, but I'm really excited right now that I have over 160,000 drills put down. I'm thrilled with that number. So we'll see how long I can keep it going. Some of you might think I'm cheating by counting Christmas Witch. I did more. I would say I did it probably half of that kit this year. And like I said, I wouldn't have counted it last year. So I am going to go ahead and count it. I also am not sure if I'm counting mini dazzles. If I can figure out a way to figure out how many drills. If Diamond Art Club's description has how many drills is in it, I might count them. But any other special projects or projects where I can't find the drill count that easily, I probably won't count it. So we'll just have to see. I'll keep you posted as I go. Other than that, I think that's all I wanted to update you guys on for the month of January. We're off to a great start of the year, at least diamond painting wise. And I've had a lot of fun making videos for you guys. So feel free to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed hearing my January recap. And if you want to subscribe and check out more videos I have on my channel, I have so much fun posting. I post a couple of times a week. The last few weeks have been a little more sparse, just with sickness around this house and catching up on some things, but I usually post at least 3, sometimes 4 times a week and have so much fun doing it. So feel free to subscribe and join the fun over here. I appreciate all of you guys so much. I hope you guys had a great January. Let me know down below what you guys worked on, what you finished, what you were working on, whips you're bringing into February. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. I love hearing everything you guys are doing. And the other thing I was going to ask is I'm thinking about starting a Facebook group because talking to you guys in the comments is one of my favorite things to do, but I don't really get to see things that you guys are working on or interact with you very well on YouTube. So I was thinking about starting like a Kate's Creative Space YouTube or a Facebook page. I don't know really anything about that, but I could look into it if any of you, if even one of you expresses interest in joining that Facebook group. it wouldn't cost anything. It would just be a page where we can all like post our whips and post our progress and chat with each other a little bit better than just the comments of these videos. So let me know if anybody's interested in that. And I got that idea from Maria from the Nerdy Painter. She has a Facebook group, and I love being on her Facebook group and talking with her and seeing her posts and seeing everybody else who's subscribed to her channel post too. So let me know, you guys, if you guys would be interested in something like that. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.